In the line of duty, a Fort Myers police officer out of a job after reportedly lying to his boss. Officer Brian Fuller was let go last month after saying he was taking a bathroom break while on duty. But as 4 Corner's Katie Jones is about to show you, an internal investigation says otherwise.
This internal investigation reveals that Officer Brian Fuller not only left his assignment without telling anyone, but he also lied to his supervisors about where he went. Less than a year after he was honored for his service by a local Rotary Club, Fort Myers police officer Brian Fuller is now off the force.
He was not in communication on his radio for 2 minutes.
That's what Fuller's attorney Aaron O'Brien says is the reason for his termination. But Chief Doug Baker and this internal affairs investigation tell a completely different story.
What I'm focused on is holding our officers accountable, our staff, to ensure that they're following policy, and if they're not, we're going to discipline them, and in this case, it rose to the level of termination.
The investigation reveals that on November 14th, Officer Fuller was on an overnight overtime assignment in the Franklin Park area. When dispatch tried to get a hold of him around 2:30 that morning, he didn't answer. They tried several more times with no response. A few minutes later, Fuller contacted his supervisor, saying he was on a bathroom break at a racetrack gas station on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. But because of an incident just 1 month earlier where Officer Fuller left assignment and went home without notifying anyone, Fort Myers police decided to check up on him. Another officer drove to his residence at the Hawks Landing apartment complex. There, they found Fuller and his squad car. When investigators checked surveillance footage from the racetrack gas station, it never showed Fuller at that location as he had claimed.
It was untruthfulness in which he agreed and admitted that he was untruthful. In short, he lied. If you have someone who lies in a police organization, it's very, from a credibility standpoint.
According to the investigation, Fuller says he doesn't recall much from that night and didn't remember going to his apartment while on duty. He went on to say that he had been going through a hard time lately, had recently lost some friends and family members, and was on the phone with a friend trying to clear his mind. Regardless, Chief Doug Baker says untruthfulness will never be tolerated.
It's not a popularity contest. We deal with it and address it, how it affects, in our opinion, or my opinion, the community, the relationship between the police department and the community, the trust that we work very hard on.
Fuller's attorney tells us he does plan to file for grievance, in which an arbitrator will then review the case and determine if the termination was justified. We'll, of course, stay on top of this and let you know what happens. Reporting in Fort Myers tonight, Katie Jones, Fox 4 in your corner.